So much, Lauren. Definitely a chilly morning out here. I'm joined this morning by horse trainer Donna Fryer. She's with Custom Care Equine in Camden, South Carolina, and she is also the founder of a great group called Fast Women. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Donna. Happy to have you here. So tell me a little bit about Fast Women.
It's a group of women that got together to buy their first racehorse. Some women, it was a surprise that they were joining, but they were glad to be there once they were there. So a friend of mine encouraged me to do it. I mean, I train horses. I've done it for forever, but I never really organized a racing partnership before. And the idea for all women is not new, but it is new for this area.
So you and I were talking about how important it is to educate people about the sport, and that there's not much out there that does that.
Yes, it can be very intimidating. I mean, even these women, they go to the races twice a year here for the steeplechase, and they had no idea what went into it, the background, what goes on every morning. There's a hum here in the morning. This is the time I go to work every morning.
Okay.
So we start work, so there's a definite hum of people working in the morning, getting ready to put on the performances in the afternoon.
And so how many women are in the group now?
With our second horse, there's close to 50 women.
So you have two horses together as a group. What are their names?
The names are Mini Mambo, which we had a contest to name that, which they enjoyed. And the second horse is named Brigetta Rose. That horse was already named. Sibby Woods, who has passed away, was a great benefactor for our town. And she bred horses. She bred Favorite Trick, who was a very famous horse. And she named this horse after one of her great friends. So I just thought it was bad idea to change the name. So
tell me what it is that you guys do together. What's the benefit of being a part of Fast Women?
We meet once a week to see the horses train. I think it's more hands-on. They get an education. It was pitched as an educational and social thing. I mean, horse racing there's no guarantees that you're going to. We did win our first race, which is a mixed blessing, but
congratulations.
So anyway, they meet once a week. It's a good cross-section. Some of the women have met, even for a small town, they've met people they would never have met except for this horse, getting them together.
What's the benefit of having a group just for women? I know you and I were talking about how in many ways this can be an intimidating field and often a male-dominated field.
It is very male-dominated. It still is, like, many things in the world today. They talk about the glass ceiling, but it can be intimidating on that front, and also there's so much to learn, and people don't think, and then plus people think it's too expensive to participate. We made this very affordable, and once they get in there, they're thrilled. I mean, they had no idea.
And in case you guys are wondering, all the pictures that are scrolling over the screen right now, these are pictures of you guys gathering for some of your events, some of the things that you've really enjoyed. And so for folks that are thinking, you know what, I want to check out the Colonial Cup, I want to see what it's all about, what do you love about the Colonial Cup?
The Colonial Cup they call it sort of the horseman's event. I mean, there's less crowds. You can actually see the horses. And it's a year-end culmination of the steeplechasing season, so a lot of decisions are made. And for, us that are involved in the industry every day, that's pretty exciting.
So I know that the Carolina Cup is very big as far as crowds, but you said this is great because you really get to see things more up close.
Yes, that it is. I mean, they want a big crowd. I shouldn't say that I enjoy the smaller crowd, but it is, people are dressed for the fall. If you like that sort of tweedy fall color thing, it's fun. So
I do like the fall colors. As you can see, I've got my rust, I think this might be considered on today. So what would you say for people who want to be involved with Fast Women and they're thinking, you know what, I want to learn more about this world? What should they know?
What should they know? That it's easy. Don't be intimidated. Just because you've never been involved before, there's no reason not to participate. And
what do you love about horse training?
I like the everyday. I like seeing the horses develop. They're athletes, and I like to see them, reach their best potential. I mean, there's different levels for all of them. I like developing as individuals. So
wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, Donna. Stay with us, you guys. We'll be back with much more Good Day Columbia coming up after the break. We also want to tell you about some of the charity that's involved with the Colonial Cup. We'll be back, and there's more Good Day Columbia live in Camden. We're in your town ahead of the Colonial Cup.